Hi guys, this is Molly and welcome to my channel where we talk about everything that is spirituality, personal development, and emotional mastery. So if any of that is up your alley as a badass bitch who's trying to better herself, himself, themselves, please subscribe. And today I wanted to talk to you guys in a little bit of a different format, totally unscripted, speaking from the heart. And this goes out to those of you who are in a relationship where there is a maybe persistent pattern of dysfunction. Maybe there's a certain problem that happens over and over that you can't solve, or you and your partner can't solve together. What it takes to kind of solve that, or a start to solving that. And so if this applies to you, stick around and we're gonna go a little bit deeper today. And by the way, if you hear anything in the background, that is my dishwasher going off because my dishwasher is like my best friend and I freaking hate dishes. So that's a common sound that I have developed into white noise. Maybe on camera it's not showing up so much as white noise. So all right, so when it comes to a relationship, we have two people which make up two halves of the relationship, meaning you're 50%, they are 50%. However, within your 50%, you have 100% control of your half. Okay, nothing your partner does can affect you, influence you. You choose how you think, you choose how you behave. This is your life. So when it comes to a relationship and you are focused on your 100%, if we're talking about a problem that is persistent, a recurring issue that you and your partner might have problems solving, you are contributing 50% to that problem. And somewhere in your 50%, you are not taking full responsibility and doing what you can to influence your 50% of that relationship. All right? So let's give it an example. Let's say you have a pair, two people, and one partner is extremely messy and the other partner is extremely clean, and they're at odds, and it creates a disharmonious relationship because the partner who is sloppy does not at all attempt to change their ways and their habits of living, and drives the other partner insane who keeps nagging them. Okay? So let's pretend that we're the sloppy partner. All of your thoughts influence your feelings, which influence your behavior. It's a circle. And so this partner, whenever they come home from work, the first thought that they have that's almost habitual at this point, and it is automatic to their thinking, is, you know what, I just don't give a shit. I'm going to leave this bag on the floor because I have so many other things to do, or, oh my God, my mind is everywhere. Right? That thus influences their feelings of I don't give a shit, and therefore they leave their bag on the floor. Now, there's a way to reverse engineer this so that you can change your behavior, because obviously what causes the problem between them is the behavior that they're leaving their shit on the floor and their partner doesn't like it. And there's an argument about it later. So we can reverse engineer this where your behavior influences your thoughts. And it takes a certain amount of awareness. This is the key to changing any type of dysfunctional pattern in your relationships. Your 50% that you are 100% responsible for can be changed through awareness. Awareness of what your thoughts of what thoughts you're having, awareness of how that influences your behaviors, awareness of the actual end result that you want. That's important too. So let's give this example a new twist. So let's say when the partner that's sloppy comes in through the door and they have that thought, let's say now they're aware of it. They're aware that they're having a thought that, hey, I'm about to leave my shit on the floor. This is that thought that drives this. And instead of just following through with the emotion and the behavior of leaving their shit on the floor, this person is like, you know what, I don't want to fight about this tonight. I want a harmonious relationship. That's more important to me. Let me go ahead and pick up my shit and take it to where it belongs instead of putting it on the floor. So the behavior is what they partake in, even if they don't have the thought initially. All right, so that's reverse engineering. They start off with one thought, you think of the end result, and you pivot to a new behavior that leads to a different result. You don't have to start out by having full-blown control of your thoughts. Eventually, having repeated behavior patterns, repeated new behaviors that you partake in, eventually change your thought pattern on their own. It's reverse engineering. So all it takes is consciousness and the choice to partake in a different behavior. And imagine what the future would be like. So let's say, yeah, the same example. You have a partner who you argue with because you're a little sloppy. You have to know what you want with your partner. You have to know that you want harmony, that you want function, that you want effectiveness, you want peace. And you know that that's something that can only be achieved if you're not leaving your shit on the floor, right? Yeah, your partner can not nag you and not give a shit, but again, you're not responsible for their 50%. You can't do anything to change your partner. You can only control your 50%. You have to take 100% accountability for your 50% of the relationship. And so yes, we could argue your partner could do more, but you are responsible for you. And if you want harmony and if you want the relationship that you want, you have to act in the way that's appropriate. That's going to give you that result. And so if you don't initially have the thought patterns that benefit you, that contribute to function in your life, you can reverse engineer them by just choosing the behavior. Choose the right behavior, even if you don't yet believe in it. Another thing that this draws to question is that it's hard. It's really hard to pivot. It's hard to choose the new result, to choose the new behavior. You'll feel like a phony at first, and it's because you've invested so much time into this pattern of thought and feeling and behavior that led to dysfunction. You've invested so much into it because it's known to you. You know what's going to happen. It's something habitual at this point. And so you will develop that same habit with the new behavior as it drives your thoughts henceforward after doing it repeatedly. I hope this makes sense, guys, as far as how to really kind of get down to the bottom of the dysfunction of your relationships. It really does take you taking full accountability for your side, knowing what you want out of your relationship and the end goal, and to have the awareness in those high stakes moments where you know that you fall prey to bad behaviors. Catch on to the thought that motivates the behavior. Catch on to it. All right, so I really hope this helps you, and until next week, guys, take care.